Hi guys, my name is Bisola. Welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make a short bubu top. So for this free bubu top, I'll be using two fabrics. I'll be using this yellow and this green. So I'll use this, this yellow and this black. So I'll use this black as the continuation and for the color, for the real color that is there. So what I'll do now is the length I want to use for the top is 27. So the measurement I want to use for this, for the black, is 10. So I'm going to remove 10 from the 27 that I want to use for the whole length. So I'm going to be having 17 left now. So I need to cut out 17 from this particular one. So 17. I write sewing allowance 1 inch for joining, and so this 17, I need 17 now. So plus sewing allowance, which is 1 inch, that will be 18. So I have 18 here now. So I have 18 here now for both front and back. So I'm going to cut it out. Then I'll go ahead to join it. This is 18 here now. So I'm going to cut out this 18, then cut out the 10 that I want to join to it. So from this one too, I'm going to cut out 10 inches. That's how we join into the lower part. So I need 10 inches here. So plus 1, that will be 11 inches. So for this, I need 11 inches and I have 11 inches now. So I'm going to cut out 11 inches for this. So I'll be joining this to this. I'm joining this to this for this style now. So I'll go ahead and join it before I come back and continue. So as you can see, I've joined the black to the yellow. That's how I'm going to be making this particular book. So this is it now. I've joined the black to the yellow. So the next thing for me to do is to cut it out now. So to cut it out, I'll just measure 3 inches for the neck width. For the front, I'll measure 3 inches for the neck width, and for the rear, then I'll come down by 1.5 here. It's a bubu top or blouse. It's not compulsory that you slant the shoulder here, because it's not even compulsory for you to have joining here. I only made this have joining because I was bothered about the pattern, the placement of the pattern. I wanted it to face the two to face down. But if I had folded it the other way around, no, it would have not. If I didn't cut it at the center here, I would have had one upside down and one facing down. So that was why I had to cut it. So if I had cut it, I just like to slant the shoulder. So it's not a must to even slant the shoulder. You can leave the shoulder that way. So I'll just slant it and connect it. Then for the neck, depending on how low you want your neckline to be. For this one, I want the neckline to be as low as 8. It's 8.5. So I'll just mark 8.5 or 8 and connect it here. Then from that place where it stops, I'll mark out 1.5 That's what I'm going to be cutting out. I'll replace it back with the collar. So I'm going to cut out 1.5. Then connect it from there to the V. I don't know, I'll repeat that again. So the first thing I did was to measure the neckline, neck width, which is 3 inches. Then after measuring the neck width, whatever you want your neck depth to be, depending on how low you want it to be, you can start to use 7 inches, 8 inches, 9 inches, depending on how low you want your neckline to be. So for this one, I'm going with neckline 8 inches, the depth. So I just added half for the joining, so that's why I have 8.5 here. So from where that 8.5 stops, I'm going to measure out 1.5 and chuck it. So that 1.5, we're going to cutting it out. We will place it back when we are placing the collar back there. So that's it for this. Then for the back, I'm just going to come down by 1 inch. And that's it for the cutting. Here, I'm going to come down, depending on how wide you want the opening of your sleeve to be. For this one, I want 11 inches, width of 11 inches. So this is where my sleeve opening will stop. I will tape it from here to here, then I'll join the remaining part. You're not cutting anything out of it. It's a very free top of bubu. But if you want to reduce it, you can just cut out maybe 1 or 2 inches here, just to shape it a bit, if that is what you want. But for this one, I don't want that. I just want it to be completely free the way it is. That is the way it is in the picture. So just slant it down here. And I told you about slanting it here too. Slanting it here is not even compulsory. You can leave it that way. So I'm cutting out the back neckline now. We have both the front. We have both the front and the back. So I'll cut out the back neckline. So that's the back I've cut out. So I'll cut out the slants too. So now what I measured here, as I said earlier, is the neck depth for the front, which is the V-neck depth for the front. I want 8 inches, that's 8.5. So from here, I measured 8.5 here. Then from where that 8.5 stops, I'll measure 1.5 down. So that's what I'll connect here and cut out. So I'll cut that out so now. So I cut that out for only the front. So the next thing you're going to be doing now is to join it together. To join the shoulder together. So the same thing here too. So now, next thing I'll do now is to go and join the shoulder together. I'll join the shoulder and bring it back. Then we can fix the collar that it has. I've joined the shoulder. So this is it. I've joined the shoulder. So the next thing to do is that I'm going to notch the center of the back. I'll measure all around. I'll measure this opening all around to know whatever is there. Then I'm going to cut out a strip for it. So now this is the fabric, and this is the fabric I want to use for the collar. So I have 2 strips here. It's 5 inches wide. Each area is 5 inches wide. So I'm going to join it together at the center here. So let me join it together, then I'll bring it back so that I can show you what I want to do next. So now that I have joined it, I'm just going to go ahead and place it on each other this way. After placing it on each other, I'm just going to measure down at the center. I said it is 5 inches. So half of 5 inches is 2.5. So at 2.5 center, I'm going to measure down what I want to use for the neck depth. What I used for the neck depth earlier was 8 inches. So I'm going to measure down 8 inches. Sorry. So I'm going to measure now. I'm going to look for the center. Then what I'm going to measure at the center is the neck depth plus what is half of the back, which is 3 inches. The width we use for the back is 3 inches. So I'm going to be adding that 3 inches to whatever I use as the neck depth. So I used 8 inches as my neck depth, and the back, half of the back measurement, neck measurement is 3. So 3 plus 8 is what we need now, which is going to be 11 inches. So from here, I'm going to measure in 11 inches. From the tip, I'm going to measure in 11 inches. So I'm not going to sew from this joining to the 11 inches, but from this joining down, I'm going to stitch it down at the center, making sure that it's at the center, at the 2.5 center. The width is 5 inches, so I'm going to be sewing on 2.5. So I'll go now and sew it and bring it back. So now I have gone ahead to sew from here down. So once you are done sewing it, you just turn it this way, turn it out. So this is it, you just turn it out this way. And you go ahead and give it a good press. You can see. So this is what we're going to fix on the neckline round. So now I'll go ahead, I'll cut out every excess I have at the side, then go ahead and fix it here. So just make sure you pin it. The joining, the center joining, you pin it to the center here. So the center joining here, you pin it to the center that you notched earlier. Then you pin it all around that same way. So just going to pin it like that down. That's the same way I'll do the other side too. So the other side will also be pinned, then I will go and stitch it down. So this is it. After pinning it, so I'll now go down now and go and stitch it. I'll go ahead and stitch it now, then I'll bring it back. So this is it after joining the collar. This is after joining the collar to it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to notch where I want the sleeves to reach, where I want the sleeve opening to be. So said I wanted 11 inches, so you're just going to notch 11 inches at both sides. 11 inches, then I will tape it. Here too, I will notch 11 inches. You can want yours wider or even smaller. So now I'll go ahead and tape the 11 inches in, Then join it at both sides with half an inch and tape the. I'll cut out this excess. So I'll cut out this excess I have from the. So I just go ahead, tape the sleeve opening, then join half an inch at the side, then the lower part, so we tape it, and that will be all for this bubu. So I'll put my show as the finished look when I'm done with that. So and for the top, this is the finished look of the top. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.